Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Right to the air, here's Goff.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it.
All right, partner, juice is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Lions at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home.
But he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 41, Tua over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now Tua. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to pass. Tua. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now gone. And this is caught. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions have moved out in front.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuff there.
Okay, ready?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
On the double.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out in the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, 67 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tua. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this ball will be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10. They're on the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Mostert. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Goff. And a big loss
is here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. To throw is Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Here's Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few played?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad, even if you just it on the ground.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Wilson with a first down carry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Josh Paschal there to bring him down.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Tua, quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Kirby Joseph there to drop him.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tua going to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And it's complete to Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now it's gone.
He's got this, complete to Williams. And he's going to have the Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.